Aircraft Maintenance Technician Interview Questions and Answers. An aircraft maintenance technician, an aviation maintenance technician, repairs and maintains aircraft to meet the required aviation standards. These professionals usually work on several planes, even though some may specialize in different aircraft parts. In this video, we look at some common questions you should expect in an aircraft maintenance interview if your application is accepted. Remember that this is a highly stressful job, meaning you will be thoroughly assessed before being given a chance. These are some of the most common aircraft maintenance interview questions and answers. 1. Why are you interested in this position? I am a passionate aircraft maintenance technician who believes his/her services will best be used here. I have vast experience in this field, which can help me perform all the responsibilities listed in this position's job description. I also love your company's work culture and would like to be part of this great institution. I would appreciate it if given a chance to work here. 2. What are the roles of an aircraft maintenance technician? An aircraft maintenance technician performs several duties about the functioning of an aircraft. They install and remove different aircraft components, conduct aircraft repairs, and conduct regular aircraft inspections. They also ensure that all aircraft function per the required standards and attend to any problem before leaving the ground. You can mention any other role that you were tasked with in your former workplace if the interviewer still expects more. 3. What are the qualities an aircraft maintenance technician needs to be effective? An aircraft maintenance engineer must be attentive to details, given that the aviation industry relies heavily on accuracy. This helps diagnose and fix several problems that may easily escape the eye. They should also communicate well, given that aircraft maintenance projects require teamwork. Good communication skills help pass and receive information from one party to the other. Other requirements include a willingness to learn, reliability, and high levels of competence, given that this is a highly skilled field. 4. Mention a challenge you faced during your last role, and how did you manage it? When I moved to Johnson's Aviation Company, my last role, I only had a little experience. I had been an apprentice of a senior aircraft technician who mainly dealt with single-engine aircraft. Johnson's was a different experience since the work's gist revolved around multi-engine crafts. I had to catch up faster, or else they could have got tired of me. I approached one senior technician who appeared elderly and requested him to be my mentor. He agreed and held my hand, teaching me most things I had yet to interact with one-on-one. Within 3 months, I had got the hang of everything in the workplace and was doing exceptionally well. 5. Describe your daily routine. I report to the job early, organize my desk, and plan the day. I then attend a team meeting with other aircraft maintenance technicians where we brief ourselves on the progress of the day and some of the work that needs to be tackled. I will then go about inspecting aircraft, rigging flight control systems, conducting routine checks, and troubleshooting any malfunction. I may also replace rotary wing components and, when called upon, report on the activities of the day. 6. Briefly, describe your experience. This is my 10th year as an aircraft maintenance technician. I have been an apprentice, a junior technician, a senior technician, a supervisor, and a team leader. I also tried my hands in interim management, which saw me earn the Best Employee of the Year. I have dealt with both single and multi-engine aircraft. All these experiences have shaped me to be who I am. You can choose to provide more details. However, do not be too wordy. 7. What are the right strategies and mindset for this role? The right strategy in aircraft maintenance is treating all the processes equally. It would be best to give the care and post-maintenance procedures the same level of seriousness. One should also do maintenance according to the manufacturer's checklist. As for the latter, one needs to have a focused and open mindset. A focused attitude helps identify and fix problems more quickly, whereas an honest perspective makes one receptive to ideas that may help improve their work. 8. Mention the main challenge that you foresee in this role. One of the reasons I applied for this position is your fantastic work policies, the main problem I faced in my previous workplaces. Therefore, I cannot mention a significant challenge, given that most issues have been sorted. Anything else that comes up during my work can be sorted using my experience and the skills I have obtained in this field. I will also bring up any future major challenge as fast as possible if I get the job. 9. How do you stay motivated in this job? I am motivated by the passion I have for aircraft maintenance. I grew up interacting with planes because my father was an aeronautical engineer. I later decided to walk in his footsteps. He could take me through some of his designs and maintenance checklist, which hooked me to aircraft. Therefore, I pursued this career out of a passion for aircraft, an attribute that gives me the needed push to keep coming to work every day. I also love interacting with people and learning from them. Given that this job is heavily vested in teamwork, I get to be around many people with different skills, which is highly fulfilling. 10. What have you done to boost your knowledge of aircraft maintenance in the last 12 months? At the start of the year, I enrolled in a course essential for our current project. Here, I learned a lot more about aircraft maintenance, which saw me get nominated as the team leader. I have also attended seminars on personal development, which helped me become a better person at home and in the workplace. I also got a mentor at the beginning of the year, which has helped me make some of the most complex decisions in my tasks. You can mention every positive thing you did to improve your career last year. 11. How do you normally inspect aircraft systems? I use a specific and unique process to inspect aircraft systems, as captured in the aircraft maintenance manuals. I usually check different designs per the procedures in this manual, which helps me capture everything. I can compare this to the pilot's checklist where flying an aircraft is involved. 12. How do you update the repair logs and document all the preventive and corrective maintenances? Maintaining repair logs and documenting all the maintenance is also essential to my job description. I ensure that the aircraft logs are updated after every maintenance or repair I have conducted. This is in line with the aviation standards, which require the availability of these logs for inspection. These logs also show that the aircraft is ready for flight. 13. Fuel and oil samples should always be harvested for checking. How frequently do you do this? I prefer inspecting the fuel and oil before every flight to check for contamination. The flight crew can do this for private aircraft or the ground and maintenance crew for commercial aviation. Suppose I perform an inspection and note any contamination. I further perform thorough tests and replace these two if necessary. 14. How is your experience replacing and repairing damaged aircraft components? I have exceptional experience in performing replacements and repair of aircraft. I first interacted with such when working for a company that dealt with single-engine private planes. After the internship was done, I joined a more prominent company where I interacted with aircraft components, performing diagnostics and repairs. We do most of this work using hand tools, manual testing equipment, and gauges. I have also completed the same for complex multi-engine commercial aircraft. 15. How do you disassemble engines and screen for things such as wear and tear? I first begin with the engine's external components before I look at the insides. I then organize the parts well on a surface near me in the order of disassembly, which comes in handy when it is time to reassemble the entire engine. I then look at each component through my eyes and use measurement tools. Lastly, I ensure that any damaged piece is fixed or replaced and then document all the repairs. 16. How do you conduct a test operation of engines and other systems? I use a precise method to test the operations of engines, given that this is a highly critical field. I look at the directives and checklists provided by manufacturers and note every step I make. Some equipment measures electrical operations, hydraulic compression, and even liquid and gas. I also use vibration analyzers alongside several different types of equipment. Once these tests are done, I update my maintenance logs and record the performance numbers revealed by the testing process. 17. What is your secret? When it comes to maintaining, repairing, and rebuilding aircraft structures and components, I have established that an aircraft maintenance technician should always follow the guidelines captured in the aircraft maintenance manual throughout my career. I use a systematic process where I organize my work for high levels of efficiency. I usually prioritize work, starting with the most challenging before moving to the least demanding tasks. Once I am done, I allow my other team members to conduct an inspection, after which I will document all these changes in the aircraft logs. 18. Tell us how you read and interpret manuals, service bulletins, and any other necessary documentation that can help you in your job. Our aviation authority outlines the aircraft maintenance manual's structure and content, making it easier to read, review, and identify the proper maintenance procedures contained in the manual. Also, while doing this, I ensure that I check the service bulletins for the given aircraft since the performance of the last maintenance to help me identify any updated issues that the manufacturer views as necessary and, therefore, need my concern. 19. What are some methods you use to inspect work and certify that your maintenance has met the right standards? I take all the processes in my job seriously. Therefore, I treat the post-maintenance inspection like I do the maintenance process using the aircraft manager's checklist. Through this, I can check any error that was made or escaped during the maintenance process before the aircraft is declared ready for flight. I may also ask any other maintenance technician to conduct a post-maintenance inspection for more accuracy and fix the issues. 20. Can you work under pressure? I understand this field and the pressure it presents to technicians. However, pressure pushes me to work even harder. It works as a catalyst in my area of work. I love challenges, and clearing what I had set out to do in record time gives me the feeling of triumph that I need. The pressure allows me to refocus my energy on work, which has seen me record some of the best results. I thrive well under pressure. These recommendations summarize some frequently asked questions in aircraft maintenance technician interviews. I hope that we have exhausted all the areas that may be assessed. Make sure that your answers are convincing to secure you the job.